Yeah, and this will give us a good look at how he's feeling on the main table here. Wants to get the one down as usual in the right middle. Oh, and straight in. Cue ball back and forth like it's supposed to be. Nice result. He's close to the two. Nothing really aggressive that I see out of the gate, but he's close to his work. He can manufacture something, Michael. So he's got options here. Most likely come down and get below the 8. And he's also utilized the 4, so this is a really nice play. He's cut off the top of the table too with the 3. I'm sure he can swerve past the 3, but he's got to miss that side pocket.
Just one other match to pick out this evening. Khalid Al-Ghamdi, who really is the leading hope for the home nation, is in action against Walid Al-Balki, who of course was playing on the main table last night against the defending champion, Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. Will this get there? Oh, not quite.
Yeah, what a fabulous effort this was. He could only see a quarter of this ball. It was on track, just didn't have the steam. Fun player to watch is Carlo Biado. Is he going to come all the way down to the left of the 9 or one rail over? The second rail. Yeah, all the way over. Really clean, so much power.
Well, it seems his defeat last night hasn't diminished his confidence in any way. This is a very impressive start. Very efficiently, Carlo Biado takes the opening rack.
Okay, he's going this direction. Yeah, I don't know. Dang can do some damage here. Now, if he doesn't have him glued to the 7, this is makeable. Heavy favorite to hit it.
Well, he did, and that could have fallen an awful lot worse.
Yeah, look at this. Just clips it and catches the point. Nothing straightforward for Dang. Big shot for him here.
Yeah, that's impressive, really, but he is a quality player. We saw that last year with his win in the Spanish Open, where he re-emerged really onto the world stage. We hadn't seen him for some time.
Yeah, the opening shot here on the ball to the top right was very impressive under the circumstances. Carrying on from there. Well, this has run away from him a little bit. This is typically a shot they play all the time.
Good quality fare on show so far. Carlo Biado won the first couple of racks. Dang Jin Hu has taken that one, though. Biado leading 2-1. Looking to build some more here at the World Championship this week. And off and running now after winning the last couple of racks.
Rack 5. Dang Jin Hu to break. The match is tied, 2 racks each.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Michael, this break looks real good. Well, It did look real good. He got the 8 down. The 1 dressed up. And look at this layout. Yeah, he's still making great contact there. Well, what has happened here? Has he caught the 1 too fat and just kind of stunned the cue ball? That's kind of what it looked like. This has gotten tricky quick. Look at this. He's fluked the green in the side.
Well, what a result that is, because as we'll see here, looked for a moment as though he might scratch in the corner. That was averted. And then you say the 6 fell on the side, and he's nice enough on the 2.
Yeah, to add insult to injury, like Michael said, he gets position on the blue 2 as well. That could have gone very badly.
You get the sense, Scott, no matter what happens in this match, we're not going to be here very long, because look at the pace they're both playing at.
It's funny you say that. Quite the contrast from the match we did last round, but neither here nor there. We are here now.
Extension called.
Both of these players get on with it.
Yeah, that was the Tolian Han match, and he certainly took his time, but ultimately got the result against Duong Kwok Hwang. One of many surprise results we've seen here already in this championship. Biggest, of course, the defeat of Fedor Gorst earlier.
Tell you what, I do really like this style. I like, obviously, Biado's style. I like Dang's style. They get on with it. They're either going to win quick or they're going to lose quick. They don't allow themselves too much time to think about previous errors. I think that's how rotation pools should be played. Oh, such a clean hit down that rail.
Well, we always talk about how quickly
Dang
things
Jin
can change
Hu
in
wins the
Nineball,
round.
and this is a classic example of it. Dang Jin Hu, in no time at all really, has gone from 2-0 down to 3-2 in front, and it's back-to-back break and runs.
Looking. Yeah, I was a little taken back by that decision. I guess he was trying to get cover on the 8. But you see the emotion, which we rarely see from Biado right there. I think he sold this out. And if he hasn't sold it out, well, he's done something wrong, as you see on your screen. And there you have it, Michael. He's got to hit this ball clean. He's got to hit it on the way in. Too dangerous to go 2 rails at this. Plus, I believe the purple 5 is in the way. Would be a pretty shot if he were to make it. Oh, and it's going to dress up lovely for Dang.
What do we think, Scott? Maybe it was 20 minutes ago that it was 2-0 to Biado? Not much more than that anyway. But now, 5 in a row for Dang Jin Hu, the Spanish Open champion, is in total control against the former world champion. It's now 5-2. Cracker this is. Dang Jin Hu looking really good and leading 6-3.
Yeah, and that's the break we're looking for. If he continues to hit these balls like this, this man will be tough to beat. No question. On the 1, the 2 coming around.
And all that after his last 2 breaks had both been dry.
He's got to get on the pink here. Going into the 6 is okay. Better than being on top of it. Well, he's going to be just fine. And when he does break the balls good, it just seems like the layouts, yeah, and that's rotation. It seems like his layouts are specifically nice.
You know, we've been talking a lot over the last 24 hours or so about the number of dry breaks and the lack of break and runs, but he's booking all the trends here, isn't he? This could be his 4th break and run of the match.
Yeah, so far, really, throughout the room, he's standing out to me. And I know it's on the TV table, but believe me, he's standing out.
As we've said, whoever loses this will be out of the World Championship. The winner will go through to losers qualification and play the loser of the match between Lou Reed-Teng and Petri Mäkinen. And at the moment, all the signs are that the man advancing here is going to be Dang Jin Hu, because he's reeled off another very swift rack. He's now only 2 away from victory at 7-3. And really, you look at this and think, how on earth did he lose last night, Scott? I'd forgotten he'd already used it.
Yeah, Michael, could that play a factor in the rest of this match?
I think this rack, even with 6 balls still on the table, has probably been about as long in duration as maybe 3 or 4 racks earlier on. Maybe that whole run of 3 break and runs in a row probably took about as long as this rack has already lasted.
Is he going to whip back and forth between the 6 and 8 here? Oh, yes. Such a pretty shot when executed. This man has all the moves. And just as quickly as Dang took this lead, I feel like Biado could do the same thing. This match far from over. One thing he does need to do is pick up his break.
Well, it's been, for the most part, a very different sort of rack to most of what's gone before, but you're never going to get that for an entire match, and certainly adds flavour to a contest anyway when you see something which is a bit more of a battle like this one. All that matters to Carlo Biado is that in the end he's won it. He's back to 3 behind now at 7-4.
Looks like it does. Plenty of room.
Another winner to tell you about is James Georgiadis from Adelaide in Australia. Got to losers qualification round in this World Championship last year. He's there again after knocking out Torsten Homan, winner of this title in 2003 and 2013. The Australian, a 9-6 winner. He will now play either Alexa Pechelge or Anton Raga. It's turning into the match of the championship so far. Been fantastic entertainment from the start. By winning 2 racks in a row, Carlo Biado has got back to only 2 behind. Dang Jin Hu's lead trimmed to 7-5. Back to this one though.
To 5.
It's been an absolutely wonderful match. Carlo Biado is breaking. Having been 7-3 behind, he's now got it back to 7-5.
Well, he's switched sides here, I believe. And he's come just short, and he's lost the cue ball. Just what the doctor ordered
Bowling
for Dang.
Yeah, first time either player has scratched off the break. Unlucky rack 13 from that point of view for Biado.
Yeah, I believe he switched sides there. Trying to make some type of an adjustment. Adjustment didn't come. Well, didn't want to fall straight. He's going to have some distance here, I believe, unless he can snap draw this back and get close. Well, that's what he's done. Handled it with ease. Yeah. Not thrilled about this. But a good look here at the stroke he's put on this ball. Yeah, and I like the play. Coming all the way down. Keeps himself completely out of trouble.
Carlo Biado's World Championship campaign is bang in trouble now. It's another very fine rack from Dang Jin Hu, and the Spanish Open champion is now on the hill at 8 racks to 5. Hossein Mustafa of Saudi Arabia is all smiles on table 2, and it's no wonder because he's putting up a great fight against Thien. It's 7-all there, so he's still right in the hunt to pull off what would be a big upset. Azar Spahiu of Albania just needs a couple more against his Saudi Arabian opponent. Now off Shamardal. It's 7-2 there. And Naoki Oi was 4-0 up early on against Talal Al-Blushi of Kuwait. Al-Blushi has got it back to 7-5 down against the former world semi-finalist. Jeffrey Roda 5-4 up on Hamza Ali. And Niels Thien, winner of this championship 10 years ago, has taken the opener against Ahmed Zahid. Alvan Anjito of Indonesia leading the battle of the youngsters against Karl Naderberg of Estonia, 1-0 in that. And Albin Ocean, after his defeat earlier today, back into action on the loser side against Khalid Al-Otaibi of the host nation.
Leading by 8 racks to 5 on the hill.
Will this be the last game of this match? Well, the one's gone down. The golden break to close it out.
It's a golden finish to a golden display from Dang Jin Hu. A golden break to cap what has been a magnificent contest. High speed, top quality, wonderfully entertaining pool from start to finish. Carlo Biado won the first 2 racks. He lost all of the next 5. And although Biado made a contest of it, getting back to 7-5 down after having trailed 7-3. That previous rack was so crucial. Dang Jin Hu winning it and then taking the one remaining rack that he needed with a single shot. It's a golden break. Dang Jin Hu is the winner by 9 racks to 5. Carlo Biado is out.
Back home, Carl, he's known as the Little Prince. And recently, he took part in a team event, very recently actually, last week, in Chinese Taipei, when the Philippines took on the host nation. Chinese Taipei led 3-1 and then 5-3 after day 2. But the Philippines came good when it mattered most, winning all 4 matches on the 3rd and final day to win 7-5 overall. And it was Regalario who got the ball rolling. He won the first singles on the final day, 7-0 against Wu Kun Lin, who was a semi-finalist in this championship last year.
Extension call.
30-second extension. That's what the players get if they call it, 1 per rack.
such a pool heritage in the Philippines, Carl, and we saw it this afternoon here on the main table with Manus, Albert Manus beating John Morra. Manus is the same age as Sam Henderson. And Regalario is no veteran either.
Cue ball going to finish here. It's going to be okay, but I had to chase the rack, chase the finish then.
Well, in some respects, it's been
Bernie Regalario
an
wins the rack.
adventurous run out, but it is a run out in the end regardless. And so Bernie Regalario draws first blood. Bettendorf in Iowa near Davenport.
Cue ball behind the 8. Is that what he's attempting? Yeah, that's what he is attempting. This looks very tidy. What a safety shot from Regalario.
Well, he's doing to Henderson what Raga did to him earlier today.
Yeah, when you win a rack or two, Phil, early on in any match, just feel like it settles you down. Every shot just seems that little bit easier. Is that what we're seeing here? It's Henderson who looks out of sorts.
Extension called.
It's been the kicking side of his game that has cost him the opening 2 racks, and he's kicking at another ball here, the blue 2. Probably go 2 rails into it full and just chance his arm a little bit here. Can he finally hit a ball out of the hook? No, he can't. He needs to go away and work on the kicking.
Ball in hand.
He definitely needs to work on that kicking, because at this level you've got to make sure you hit the ball.
Please start the clock.
Can't be giving ball in hand to these players. This is the 3rd rack on the spin, Phil, with ball in hand.
Henderson's just lucky that, unlike baseball, it's not 3 strikes and you're out. This is a tried and tested formula in 9-ball pool. Play, effective safety, and when you get your chance, take it. That's what Bernie Regalario has done in the first 3 racks. That's why he's made a very good start. That's why he leads Sam Henderson by 3 racks to 0. He never gave Regalario any encouragement. And maybe that was a lesson learned, because look what's happening here. Although on this occasion, Sam Henderson gets more than a little bit of good luck.
Well, that's what can happen if you hit the ball. It pays to hit. Obviously didn't play this hook, but the fact that he hit the pink 4, he's not give ball in hand up, and young Bernie's kicking at the ball. Tricky kick shot as well. You hit this one. Sure, he's playing here. He's playing it off the left-hand rail with loads of left spin. Well, I'll tell you what, that is the shot of the tournament. What a beauty!
Magical. As a collective, the Filipinos are known as world-class kickers, but that was right up there with the very best. Efren Reyes would have been proud of that one.
Yeah. He'll just play a stop shot. Throws it back a touch. So a little thin one into the corner. When you're not playing well, these can test you. Believe in the angle when you play these. Yeah, he's all over the show, Phil. The young man from America is just not handling the situation too well.
That's his mother, Tracy, who came over the pond with him. She's smiling now because she knows the camera's on her, but inside she's not feeling too good. It's a family affair, you know, with Sam, because his mother's a real support network for him. But he came into the game as a result of following in the footsteps of his three sisters who played local league pool. So he tagged along with them when he was a young child and fell in love with the game when he was 11 years old, and he's not stopped playing since. Maybe a ray of hope here after that poor positional shot from 6 to 7.
It's a good story. Didn't know that, Phil. Homework. Too many mistakes from Regalario, though. This is the second match we've seen him now. Just a few silly errors. Now he's trying to pop this in the side. Yeah, rescued it well, though. But it's still not good enough. I wanna be running the table with ease. It's all about cue ball control. That rack there, Phil. This one will hurt Henderson more than them all because he had a chance to win the rack.
Yes, a clear-cut chance.
Regalario wins the rack.
He's got only himself to blame, and not for the first time either. Bernie Regalario in the first 3 racks laid some really good snookers, gained the advantage in that way, but in the last couple we have seen some poor mistakes from Sam Henderson.
Too many mistakes as well, Bernie.
Yes, you might say that came really close to dropping, and it did, but that should never have fallen. I'm glad it didn't.
Convinced he could go past the 8 ball here, Phil. Obviously not. Needs to get past the 8 so he can pop the ball.
Can Sam Henderson finally put a rack on the board? Carl, he's not missing this.
No, he's going to get his first rack on the board.
Sam Henderson wins the rack.
Tracy's happy, so are we. Sam Henderson, yeah, giving it the mock fist pump. Yes, he's on the board. He trails 5-1, though. Have we just seen the start of a major comeback? We'll find out shortly.
Mile away with the pace. Fortunate that the 5 goes past the 9 ball, it has to be said.
Yeah, he's left an awful lot of positional shots short, not just misjudging them both ways, leaving them short, especially when he's using cushions to get there.
Extension called.
Missed the 8-ball. Listen, he's not played great today, has he? I know he's 5-1 up, but I think the scoreline flatters him. Poor positional shot to get where he got on the 8, left it too straight. I think there's still a lot of life left in this match for Henderson.
Extension called.
Where's the cue ball? Watch outside pocket.
Foul stroke.
Oh my
All in
word.
hand.
It is all going wrong. Whatever
start
he
the clock.
does, it is just not happening. Even when he gets a chance like that, he finds a pocket.
Bernie Regalario wins the rack.
6-1, and that winning line is drawing ever closer for the 19-year-old from the Philippines, Bernie Regalario.
Yeah, showed a lot of heart there, Phil. That was not an easy 9-ball by any stretch. There was distance. And he knocked it in. Fair play to the young Estonian.
Looks like we're going to have almost simultaneous finishes.
Extension called.
Bernie Regalario looks like he's going to advance, and in losers qualification he will play either Claudio Cacci or Tyler Steyer. Another tough assignment, but at least he's still punching.
Well, he's got to knock this 9-ball in first. Cue ball is not where he wanted it.
Well, well, well. It catches the near point. It's unmissable for Sam Henderson. Are we going to see an almighty twist?
This match has been poor. It really has.
Sam Henderson wins the rack.
And you know, the big failing of Bernie Regalario in the match, he's missed the odd parts. I think his safety's been reasonable. The big failing time and again has been positional play, and it caught him out there. The position from 8 to 9, okay.
tough pot this. It's long. Oh, it's in the middle of the pocket though. At last he's pulled out a sweet one, a long one. Something about them, that when you knock them in, it just makes you feel good on the cue. It feels pure. It's a little bit too late though. I know the scoreline, if you've just flicked on your TVs, you're probably thinking Regalario has walked away with this one, but it's further from the truth. It's been scrappy, very, very scrappy, Phil, hasn't it?
Yeah, there have been twists and turns, no doubt. And if Sam Henderson does lose, he'll look back on this match and think, well, just looking at the scoreline, I was beaten heavily, but that wasn't the case. He's had more than his share of chances. It was a very unpleasant afternoon for Bernie Regalario. He was hammered 9-1 by his fellow Filipino Anton Raga, and you wondered how he would respond to that. Well, he's responded pretty well. The 19-year-old little prince from the Philippines, Bernie Regalario, remains in the World Nineball Championship. He does so by eliminating Sam Henderson, a 17-year-old from the USA. In the end, the final score, 9-3 to Regalario. But it's only a race to 9, and even though he continues to make mistakes like that positional error, Luong, Thien, well capable of posing Gorst problems. That said, he has to tighten up.
Yeah, he definitely has to tighten up. Has he got away with another one? He hasn't. Fedor Gorst with opportunity. It's not a gimme.
Jeremy Sosi of the USA has beaten Omar Al-Shaheen 9-8. Omar was the runner-up to Albin Auschen in this tournament only 3 years ago.
Middle of the pocket. Very smooth and straight, but went a little bit too far with the cue ball, and I think that's obviously there's a little bit of pressure on Gorst. Of course there is, like all players playing early stages of the World Championships. But I agree with Scott Frost and Jeremy Jones. You know, playing one pocket, which is a game you can play on a pool table. He played a huge tournament out in the States. He was playing for a week, and it's a game where you don't really put big strokes on the cue ball, Phil.
Fedor Gorst wins the rack.
Not at the races at all is Gorst. I don't know if he's a little bit sick. I don't know what's going on. Just surprised how poor he's really playing, Phil. As I said, won the Masters 3 or 4 weeks ago. Usually a player goes on one, you know, they're full of confidence. Careful you don't follow the cue ball in, which he didn't. Oh, look at this. Great shot. Had to catch the bottom rail off the second rail, and he did. And he punished the Gorst mistake.
Well, when he broke off Fedor Gorst, he was very unhappy. And that mood will remain intact when this 9-ball enters the pocket. The trials and tribulations of Fedor Gorst
Wins the rack.
continue. Luong Thien gets back onto level terms. It is 1 rack each.
Been a long evening, Phil, and just been tapped on the shoulders. A few cakes that have arrived behind us.
Don't tell me that.
See, you've got your little eye on them, Phil.
Yeah, I've got my little eye and my big eye on them. And it seems as though Luong Thien has got his eye in. This for 3-1. Gorst's dismal day looks set to continue. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute.
Reprieve for Gorst.
Extension call.
It's not gone over the pocket, but doesn't matter where it goes. Gorst would have thought he was about to go 3-1 down. He's back at the table with a chance to steal the rack and tie the match up. Let me see what shot he is faced with. Well, he's got a cross bank into left centre. That's the shot he's going to play. Just not quite happening. Jeddah is one of the best bank pool players out there. Isn't happening. Just isn't. Look at his face. He's under pressure. He's Fedor. He really is. But this is still early on in the match.
Luong Thien wins the rack.
As he goes 3-1 down.
It's been that kind of day. Normally the magic touch of Fedor Gorst would see that green in the open promoted into a potable position.
You know what though, Phil? He played like a stun follow shot. I think if he'd have just played follow, he'd have come below the 6 and back out. Almost like a bit of an in-between shot. A little bit unlucky to kiss the 9 and leave yourself hooked. 2-rail kick. Could go close to potting this ball. Could go close to potting it, and he has. What a shot from Gorst. Exactly how he played it.
What a shot, what a call from box office Carl boys. On the button.
Look how clean it went in though as well. He's a grinder, is the Gorst. Fedor the Grinder Gorst. That should be his nickname, not the Ghost. Cue ball needs to keep rolling. Little twitchy one here to tie the match up.
We've seen so many of these kind of 9 balls over the years missed by catching the near jaw, i.e. the 9 ball being marginally undercut. Will Gorst fall foul of that? That's sighting. No, he does not. Plays it with the side,
Fedor
plays it with a
Gorst
plum,
wins the rack.
and now Fedor Gorst is back on level terms, feeling a whole lot better than when he fell 3-1 behind against Luong Thien. It's a match they both have to win, and right now it could not be any tighter.
got to get this cue ball hopping with distance. The 5's quite far away. He fluked the 6. Oh yes, oh my, oh my. Tell you what, Phil, I've just looked at the scoreboard because I heard a round of applause, and Emil Andre Gangflow
looks as though the outrageous fluke on the jump is going to work in Luong Thien's favour. And just when you think that Gorst is getting a handle on the match, the fates decree that might not be the case. Seems as though he might be overcutting this 9-ball though, the way he's sighting it. No, it's in anyway, that's fine. So Luong Thien
wins the rack.
regains the lead at 4-3, fortuitous in rack 7.
cue ball arcing towards the middle. Is it dry? It is dry, isn't it? So go straight back to the table. Ball over the pocket. What's the split like? Thorsten Holman, who's a 2-time champion. He's out as well.
The shot clock making Gorst
Fedor
mind up
Gorst
for him.
wins the rack.
And he's done well there. His second combination of the match. It was 6-9 and then there 4-9. I think that one was a little more complex than the original.
Yeah, that was very missable, believe me. There's another look. Cue ball's coming in from a weighted angle and all, so he's done well, ties it up. Hanging on in there, isn't he? Long Duck Thien's friend, Long Kwok Kwang, he's playing out there as well. He's 6'5" up over Sullivan Clark.
Once again, Fedor Gorst pulls level. It was 1-1, 3-3, 4-4, and now 5-5. Quite simple. No one over the last 2.5 years has won more tournaments, lifted more trophies, and in fact won more money than him.
Didn't quite get into that cue ball there, Phil. He's still okay, but he wanted to be a bit further to the right.
The way the day has gone, I would find it difficult to believe that Gorst would have an untroubled run to 9-5, let's put it that way. I think there might be another twist and turn in this yet.
Yeah, it was okay. He could just dig into the cue ball, bit of low right and spin. But it was the shot on the one ball for me early on in this rack. The very first shot where he slammed it in, jacked up off the rail. This for a 2-rack lead.
Fedor Gorst wins the rack.
Yes, his first 2-rack advantage of the match. Fedor Gorst is 7-5 ahead.
Couple of options here for Fedor. Yeah, that was the first option. Play it one rail and come up the left side of the brown 7. As long as you find that line, you'll have a shot on the pink 4 ball. Actually, that kind of looks like that's his only shot. Watch out 6 ball. Watch out 6 ball.
I think from his body language, he's okay.
Yeah, he didn't need to get close to that though, did he? As long as it rolls past the brown 7, he can pop the pink 4. Yeah, you can see it. There you go. I don't think he's used his extension in this rack, but maybe he just likes the beeps, Phil. Well, he's done all the work here. 3 stop shots away from an 8-6 lead. Nice place to be when you just need one more rack. You feel like you've just got that bit of breathing space.
There's no way he misses this. Fedor Gorst on the hill
the rack.
at 8-6. You might be wondering who the winner of this match will play next. We don't know, but we do know it's an either-or situation. Kyle Amorotto, or would you believe Francisco Sanchez-Ruiz? So if Gorst wins this match and then Amorotto beats FSR, it's going to be the world number 1 and 2 against each other in losers qualification.
Yes, so FSR plays Amorotto in winners qualification. So the winner goes through. The loser will face the winner of this match. It sounds difficult,
Extension
but
called.
it really isn't. Push out required.
This is now the only action in town because Alex Pagulayan has brought his vast experience to bear and beaten Masato Yoshioka 9-6.
Foul shot. Ball in hand.
Did he not call push out? Oh, my word. Well, he's not
Please start the
said
clock.
anything. I wonder if we could get, well, it's hard to get a replay of that, obviously, but wow, didn't call the push out. Did not call the push out.
What a time, what a place to do that.
Extension called.
Well, it's not that. Look at where the 2-9 is. If he gets plumb on this,
hasn't called a push out, and now he's in danger of going out. Grave danger.
Well, that's more than okay. I'll tell you what, Phil, after the break, when Luong ducked Thien didn't have a shot on the one, I bet you Fedor Gorst did not believe he would have this opportunity to wrap this match up.
What a mental lapse, yes, but you can still feel an awful lot of sympathy.
Fedor
The
Gorst
whole
wins the
day has
match.
been a huge examination for the winning machine that is Fedor Gorst. But in the end, it was a case of 2-9 and all is fine. He comes back tomorrow for another go. But he didn't have the energy to even celebrate. He's not used to this. He's not used to being pushed to the limit so early on in a tournament. He's used to lifting trophies. He must be so relieved, Cole.
Yeah, he will be relieved, but I tell you what he did do.